Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible.
Who is this? I mean, who is this affecting? Absolutely insane. Here's some other stuff.
All right, guys, it's time to go to bed.
I'm done with you and your mother and your sister. I'm just done with all of this.
Guys, we literally don't even have to panic. We literally don't even have to freak out right now. We don't even have to fucking, we don't have to freak out. We don't have to freak out because it's not even real. Because, bitch, freak out the vote!
Guys, I just voted, and I chose family. Let's end this reign of terror now. I chose family, I chose women, I chose America. I love you.
I swear, I think the left, the Democrats, they have a terrible public image. I really do. I really do. Because if you look at public image, it's the left is so unstable. The left is just. Why would you want to support that? Why are you wanting to support that? It's beyond me. It really is. So instead of, being the bigger person, no, you're crying. You're crying on social media. You're setting up a camera and crying to it. It's like you're so emotional, and it's like he was president before. You make it seem like the world ended when he was a president. You make it seem like the world will end during the 4 years that he's going to be president. It's like, get a life. Stop. It's like, this is the thing where even I realize whoever was president, it wouldn't have changed your life by much at all, if any. So really, it's like people need to get a life. And it's like, you gotta understand, this is why people don't support the left. They don't support Democrats. Because you guys are crazy. You guys are imbalanced. It's really ridiculous.
If his ballot is red, his balls stay blue. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
So just to be clear, we will not be sleeping with men for the next 4 years, right? Because I don't know about y'all, but I will not be giving birth against my will if the worst happens. They already voted against our rights, so we might as well hit them where it hurts. As our next president once said, grab...
Who do you think you're hurting? Literally, you're doing what conservative men are asking for. Don't sleep with men before marriage. Don't do abortion. Don't have abortions. So if you're not gonna sleep with men for the next 4 years, there's a high likelihood that you won't have abortions. There's a high likelihood that you're not sleeping around out of wedlock. There's a high likelihood that you won't become single mothers. So really, great. Please do that. Don't just sleep with men. Please, wait. Be celibate. Hell, forget about 4 years. Make it go longer. Hope it goes longer. It's like, really, do you think that's anything special? The absolute ridiculousness of a lot of women. You can't realize that you are exactly doing what conservatives have been asking you. Don't sleep with men if you're not married with them. Don't have kids until you're married. If you want to be celibate, that is like a tenet of conservatism, right? That is a root. Be celibate. Wait until marriage. So please do what you're saying, because you are only following conservative values. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Okay, on another note, the insanity, you're threatening men with sleeping with them. Who are you affecting? Who do you think you're affecting? Honestly, this kind of behavior, you're only affecting the players. The bad boys, the pookies, the ray-rays. The men that, you know what, they get plenty of women to sleep with. So really, you're not affecting a whole lot of men. I hope a lot of women will think like that. Be more selective. Wait. Don't rush into it. Don't just have sex with any and every man that you are attracted to. So, amazing, great. That's scary. This is funny. If Kamala wins, I am going to let One lucky guy helped me exercise my right to choose. And you think why morally sound men have voted for Trump? Because what do you think? What type of men do you think this benefits? It benefits the men that are not morally sound, the men that would use women, the men that would finish in women. Condom, no condom. That's it's like, this is the thing where women don't understand what type of men they are attracting. This mindset does not attract morally sound men. It's like I've been seeing this rhetoric. I was like, oh, for the next 4 years, women ain't gonna sleep with men. Who do you think that's gonna hurt? The same type of man that will just have sex with women just because of something superficial, finish in a woman, so now she could exercise her right to choose. Do you think that attracts, or is that a message towards good men, morally sound men? No, it ain't. That's the absolute insanity. And it's like, and this is the thing. This is what conservative men, morally sound men are trying to get rid of. Men respect women more than women do. Men respect women's bodies more than women's do. Men care about women's future, the respect, the self-respect of women more than women do. This is insane.
The male loneliness epidemic is about to get so much worse. So we know that most young men are going to be voting for Donald Trump. And we know that most women in general are going to be voting for Kamala Harris. So with the incels over here, most of the girlies over here, that gap is just going to keep getting wider. Dudes are already hiding on their dating profiles if they're conservative. They already put moderate, right? They already put that because they know that women are less likely to swipe on conservatives. That's just facts, okay? So don't get your feelings all in a twist. It's facts. So they're already lying. They're already manipulating, trying to get laid. Just think how desperate they're going to be after she wins. Do you think women aren't keeping the score? Do you think women aren't going to ask you who you voted for? In the next 5 to 10 years, when you're dating, think about this. Do you think women aren't going to ask you who you voted for? And what do you think your chances of getting laid are if you voted for him? Think about that.
If a man's qualification for getting laid is who he voted for, it's like so idiotic. This is the thing where it's like such a superficial reason to give a man your body. This is beyond me. It is really beyond me that women like this even exist or can even think like this. It is it's beyond me to for women like this to even think that men's mental health, men's issues has anything to do with who's the president. Men's loneliness epidemic was there before Donald Trump, still be there after it. So like women want reasons to not go with men, they will have it anyway. You make it seem like if men voted for Kamala, he guarantees some box to get your body. No, there's no guarantee with that. So stop that shit. It's really, really beyond me. And you know what? It's surprising fact. A lot of white women voted for Trump. I think the majority of white women voted for Trump. Ain't that something? It seems like the small minorities are leftist white women. Yeah. But regardless, is any type of woman that makes picking a partner, he has to think like her, is a red flag of a woman.
Here's a thought. Hear me out. I'm not dating anyone whose vote I have to cancel out. Why would I do that? Why would I disrespect myself so much to be in a relationship with someone who fundamentally does not respect me? Because that's what the fuck it comes down to. Ew.
Here's a thought. Stop making it your politics, your life. This is the thing where I think women nowadays are the most narrow-minded women of any other generation. It's like you are hoping to date a carbon copy of yourself. He needs to be exactly like-minded. He needs to be exactly like me. Think like me, act like me, be me. It's like, there are plenty of men that will vote just like you. Plenty. But this is the thing where, mindset like that, where, he needs to, he has to. I ain't gonna date no other man if he doesn't think like me. That shit is like, it shows you how narrow-minded women are nowadays. It's like, really? It's like, instead of, coming to a relationship with someone who's different, a stranger or someone who's just another person with an open mind. Why do you want this person? Why do you vote for this person? And I'll tell you why I voted for this person. We can have a dialogue. Talk. This is why, honestly, this is why our country is divided. And I honestly believe it's all the left. They constantly have the most narrow-minded view of the world out of, I think, any kind of group. The left is so narrow-minded. You cannot even have a conversation with someone on the left. Not a respectful one. You can't. Because they're so narrow-minded. You have to think the way I think. If you don't, you are Hitler. You are the most worst person in the world. You're racist, you're sexist. Really? Or, you know what? How about I just think differently than you? I'm not you. I have my own opinion, my own thoughts. But no, you can't. You can't. This is another thing. It's like, seriously, when a lot of men, they just do it. They're not that deep into it. They do it because they maybe believe certain things, but to make it your world shows you why you are single. Shows you why you have problems in the dating market. And this is very indicative, not even just politics. It's just women are so narrow-minded with how they think, how they view the world. Honestly, I think there's very few open-minded women. I really think there is. And it just shows you why, honestly, I think the left is suffering and will be suffering. To be honest, I think more people on the right, like women, conservative women, Republican women, men, Republican men, are at least more open-minded. They're willing to have a respectful conversation, whether they agree with you or disagree with you or not. The way I see it, they're more willing to have a respectful dialogue, right? You could agree to disagree, but insulting people, I'm saying more and more it's the left. So it is sad, and no wonder they have lost. No wonder. Because this mindset, I believe it's poison. It is honestly the root of the whole movement. The whole left, the whole Democrat, they have a poisonous mindset. Even though how much shit they talk about the right, but they are consistently showing how big of the toxicity is in the left.
I think what's disturbed me the most about this entire election night has been seeing the wave of little boys choosing to vote for Donald Trump. Let me explain. One of the most common arguments I hear from people justifying why they voted for Trump is you don't have to be his friend. You don't have to like what he says. You just have to agree with his policy. But what you're failing to understand is the influence he has on boys all throughout this country. They are seeing that they can hold the highest position of power this country has to offer, even if they're held liable for rape, even if they make extremely racist comments, even if they are cheaters in every single aspect of their lives.
You know, this is funny because this is why a lot of women, a lot of left-leaning people are delusional and essentially fools. Women like that is why Democrats have lost. And they lost by an insane margin. The House, the Senate, the presidency, popular vote, electoral vote, they lost completely because of women like that, people like that. So instead of, you know what, really respectfully talking to your voters, you are degrading them. Men, educated voters, they're not fooled by fake rhetoric, because this is how people will believe you. This is how the left believes you. You've seen it with Barack Obama. You see this rhetoric all around the left. If you think differently, you are a boy. A boy. Last I checked, you have to be a grown adult to be able to vote. Last I checked. So calling men boys, and then calling black men, like calling out black men, it's like you constantly can see talking down to people does not endear you to endear people to your side. So either Republicans or men in the middle, you know, independent men, maybe even some Democratic men, seeing shit like that, you think that they will not see the lies, the fake persona? You think the Democratic women, left women, these feminist women, are actually caring about men? No. If you even think anything different, they will turn on you quick. This is the indicative. This is the sign of why this year you see the changing of the tides, where men are waking up. They're done with this shit. They're done with pandering to women, because this is how women see men. Because it's your American right to vote how you want to vote. This is how the left have done it. How the last couple years, how the left has done it. They will insult you continuously. They will say the right is so vitriol, so evil, so whatever. And yet you are no better. You are no better. So really, when both sides are pretty toxic, now you just think about what's the policies, what are they running on, what's the image? Because honestly, the last 4 years of Biden and Harris ain't anything special. So, and a lot of people's mind, at least the 4 years of Trump, a lot of people felt it was better. How about talking that? How about talking that instead of talking about such toxic rhetorics? Because honestly, calling people Hitler, doing all this stuff, people racist, because it didn't work. Because they know how fake you are. Because you are no different than the people you call out, you call toxic, because you yourself are toxic. So really, they should have done better instead of sticking to these identity politics, these name callings, because honestly, they are just as toxic, if not more. Because I think shit like that's disgusting. I saw a video of a black woman calling out black men. When honestly, if you look at the polls, black men, predominantly black men, were voting for Kamala Harris. Predominantly black men were voting for Kamala Harris. So to have the audacity to still degrade, call out, and hate on black men for something that they had no part in. They were supporting Kamala Harris. So that shows you that honestly, more black men should wake up too. Because honestly, you see the internet black women, at least internet black women, when those women insult you, you think that you should be on their side? No. Wake up, because these women are fake. They're liars. They are two-faced. So, no.